Hello! Welcome to the live stream with Mr. Carnivore Kipp. I'm so happy to talk to him. He is my brother from another mother.
I'm
Absolutely. It's the
excited to
truth.
talk to you tonight, Alia. Like we go way back. A lot of people don't know that. Basically, since the beginning of my journey, we've been talking back and forth and become friends on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to talk with you.
I'm really excited to talk to you too. I love this. So I think Kip had like 700-ish subscribers, and this video popped up, and it was a very inspiring video. And two things happened. One, he looked like my brother, so I instantly saw his video and subscribed. I'm like, I got to do this. And two, I'm like, okay, if this guy, and I don't mean this in any way offensively, but I'm like, if this guy can do a YouTube channel, he's just handled all of my considerations about doing YouTube, because I never wanted to go on a camera because I felt bad or was self-conscious about how I looked. So I don't mean that, Kip, by any way, shape, or form, like in a negative way, because I never been like, I saw you, I'm like, this guy's so amazing. Look at him. He's out there,
Yeah,
he's communicating his story.
if I can do it, anybody can do it.
And Kip's got a great channel. So I just wanted to say that before we started. So why don't we say hi to some people who are here, and then I've got something very special planned. We're going to do a live reaction to a YouTube video. So Rick is always way earlier than on time. He was here at like 5:30 waiting for the live stream. I wonder if he's still here.
We were telling him hey before the stream even started.
Yeah. Here we go. Hello, Vicky. Thank you. Hello, Cat. 22 Cat. Q Cat. How do you say that? 22 Q Cat.
Yeah,
Hello.
22Q Cat. She's like one of my main subscribers that's been with me since day one. I love her.
Aw, that's awesome. Kel is here. Where's
What's up,
the
Kel?
trucker? I think he's working, huh? The carnivore trucker. Hello, Cordelia. And yes, as always. Okay, so let me see if I can pop this up. What's up, Cheeto? I think this is very funny. His name is Keto Cheeto, and then Cheeto is like the food we should not be eating.
Yeah.
All right.
That's funny.
Here we go.
Dr. Chafee and Dr. Sean Baker, you guys are ripped.
Oh, is it working?
It went away.
Oh, it went away? Oh, and I was supposed to surprise you. I wanted to see your reaction to your own video.
I don't know why. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Oh, okay, so I got to press play.
You might have to turn the volume up.
Chafee
All right, let's do
Dr.
it.
Sean Baker, you guys are
I
ripped.
got the volume up all the
But
way.
listen, I'm coming for y'all. I'm going to use the carnivore diet, and I'm going to use...
Yeah, I told Dr. Chafee and Dr. Baker in that video that I was coming for them, and I hope people didn't think I was like coming for them. But like when it comes to me getting healthy, I'm coming for them.
No, I love that. We got to keep going. We won't watch all 20 minutes of it, but if you haven't seen this video, you need to watch it because it's awesome. It's awesome. Let's see here.
Strength training to get to where you guys are. I'm not talking about the fame. I'm not talking about any of that, but I want to show the world what eating a carnivore lifestyle and mixing it with exercise is gonna do.
Me and my crazy self trying to lift these dumbbells.
This is like I'm listening to this today because I like to listen to videos while I work sometimes, and I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. I got to finish actually watching this later. But this is awesome. I'm not even lifting dumbbells. And how heavy are those?
Well, they go up to 50 pounds, but that right there is probably like 30 pounds.
Oh, okay. But still. Oh, look at this. A cranky carnivore cutler. This is a great video. I'm coming for you. Been watching too much Hulk Hogan. Oh my god. All right,
When I watch those, when I rewatch my videos, like even when I'm editing them, I realize how country I am. I'm like, dude, you country, you redneck.
That's hilarious. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be country, but because my dad's from Kentucky, he's from Evansville, Indiana, Kentucky area. But he lived half of his life, his like childhood life in Chicago. And so when I was born, I ended up in Chicago, but I'm supposed to be redneck.
My mama, she talks countryer than I do.
Yeah?
She's way in the backwoods.
Oh man, can't wait to talk to her one day.
Mhm.
Love y'all. All right, here, let's give this a few more minutes.
I'm coming for you, Bubba. Dr. Sean Baker, y'all are the epitome of health. Y'all are amazing members of the carnivore diet community. And who am I? I'm just a fat guy that's on the
I'm
carnivore
just a
diet
fat guy.
and that is learning how to exercise.
I'm gonna have Dr. Chafee nervous.
You are. Lindy says you're gonna be wrestling crocodiles in no time.
Yeah, I have the size, like if I not if I'm gonna stay committed, but I have the size, like the frame. I'm like 6'4" and I have wide shoulders and everything. I have the frame to where by lifting and everything, it should come together pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think so. I had to fix.
Mhm.
I figured I had to fix the volume really quick on that. So, you sound like my family from oh man,
Tuscaloosa. Hey,
I can't even
roll
pronounce.
tide, Kale, because that's where I went to school at, and I just wanted to say roll tide. But yeah, I'm
Roll
from
Tide.
like 3 hours south of Tuscaloosa.
Oh, nice. I had to go back because I want to make sure we get everybody. Eric, hello, Eric. Hello from Tucson. At least I can say Tucson, not Tucson. Tucson, Arizona. Hello, greetings from Chicago. Hello, I'm from Chicago also. There you go. Here we go. What do we got? I'm Upper Chattanooga. Where's Chattanooga?
That's old Tennessee.
Oh,
I
I
see
love it.
where Eric's in here from Pensacola. That's like 50 minutes from where I live. I keep telling Eric that we have to meet up one day and go eat lunch, go eat a steak together, or I'll
Nice.
invite you over to my house if you message me and we can cook some steaks or something.
There you go. 6'4", that's almost Sasquatch status. Oops. All right, we got to keep going with this review of the best carnivore video I've seen in a very long time.
But listen,
And
I'm
I was
telling
just
you
last
guys,
minute.
I'm coming.
It was last minute?
Yeah, I just kind of was like, you know what? I'm finna just have fun. So then I just set it up and went.
Oh, it's awesome. It was great. You can tell.
I'm not saying I'm going to be a doctor. I'm never going to be as smart as y'all, but I want to use my life story to prove to people that eating a carnivore diet, mixing it with exercise will change their lives. Let's go. I'm coming for you, boys. I'm coming. Y'all see this 6-pack, boys? I got a 6-pack right here, baby. These are sparkling waters from Costco, the Kirkland brand. This is my 6-pack for now, but eventually, it's gonna be real. But I don't want to do it for the 6-pack. I don't want to eat this way for vanity's sake. I want to eat this way because I feel my best, because it reversed type 2 diabetes, because I just feel better, my mood is better, and I get to lose weight and have fun along the way, and it's an amazing journey and awesome process.
Well, I want to answer this question first. What do you say about this? Is it Kyle or Kale? Is it Kyle? Please let me know how to pronounce your name correctly.
I want to start my carnivore page, but I don't know where to start. Literally, I didn't. Kyle should go watch my first video. Like if you go to my videos and sort to the first video, I was on my phone, holding the phone sideways. I didn't have it held the right way, and I didn't have good audio. And you just literally just hit record and speak from the heart. And eventually, if you keep doing it and share your story and be real, you'll find some subscribers. I'm not saying you'll get 1 million subscribers. I don't got 1 million subscribers, but just share your story and be yourself and have fun with it, and somebody will watch.
Somebody will watch. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And it is KL. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, it's so easy. You just take your camera and you start recording, and then you just get better as you go. How much more?
When I go watch my first few videos, I'm like, dude, what was you thinking, man? But And I'm still not a pro at it. I barely edit my videos at all, but like it's just crazy how much you grow just from making video after video. You grow along the way.
Exactly. And call out Dr. Chafee and Dr. Baker. There you go.
They hadn't reached out to me either, so they must be scared.
Not yet. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, let's watch a few more minutes of this.
So I'm not here to tell everybody how to be carnivore because you guys, you already know that. But I started out by changing my diet, changing the way that I was eating. But then eventually this feeling started coming over me like I want to walk. And then I started walking. And now these feelings are coming over me like, you know what? I want to run. And then recently I've started feeling like, hey, I do need to start doing what Dr. Barry says. Shout out Dr. Barry. He always talks about lifting heavy things and moving your body and stuff like that along the journey, not just relying on the diet side of things, but being active as well. And so I had mentioned that recently, and a lot of people know I have an Amazon wish list, and I feel weird mentioning it, but whenever I have that wish list, it allows me to put things on there that are out of my budget or that I can't.
Oh, all right. Sorry. We can talk about your Amazon wish list in a second if you want. I just wanted to pause it because I think we're getting some questions here and I want to do that. Guys, I'm going to put his video. If you haven't seen it, go watch the video. It has 3,000 views. That's awesome.
Know, it's amazing.
I want to answer questions now and then yeah, anyways, I just love that beginning part and I love the six-pack thing that cracked me up. It's so funny.
I think when I see these videos, I think like after I film them, I think about how one day my daughter's going to see these when she's older, and like she's going to see what all I went through to get the health that I'm fighting for, because right now I'm still in the middle of the journey. I'm still in the middle of the transformation.
Sure.
And it's not always easy. Like today, after I got off work, I went for a walk, and it was difficult because like it was super hot outside, and I was like, I do not feel like walking today. But I had to get out there and do it because I know that if I don't eat the way that I'm supposed to, I'll be over 500 pounds in no time, and I'll die early, and she won't get to spend years with me. And so I think about her, and I think about how I have got to get the rest of this weight off, and that motivates me to just keep going. And and then I used the Dr. Chafee thing the other day as like motivation for me. Like, hey, if they can be healthy, if they can be fit and all this other stuff, I've never been fit my whole life, but why not? Why, if they can do it, why can't I? So that's what I'm going for.
Awesome. And it's fun to have fun at the same time and make these great videos. And I love that. I'm serious. That's like my favorite carnivore video in a long time. I love that. It's just so honest, but it's very funny also. All right, let me get the rest of these super chats caught up. Or super chats. Yeah, let's do some super chats.
Yeah, bring on the super chat. Come on. No.
These are all super chats. Okay. Hello, Jeff. I am eating my 2-pound beef dinner. Nice. I just want to say, I think we all need to figure out what's best for us on carnivore, because I can down like 6 cheeseburgers. And then not lose any weight because I actually have a small body and a small frame. Kipp's 6'4". I'm 5'4". I'm literally a foot shorter than him. Like, I don't actually need to eat 6 cheeseburgers.
Yeah. And I feel like I've noticed that if I have the hamburger patties without cheese, I'll want to eat less of them. But whenever I have the cheese with them, because cheese tastes amazing.
It does.
And whenever I have the cheese with them, it makes me want to eat more. So I really have to be careful with cheese, because cheese can make me not want to lose any weight.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. Dairy does that to me. I told you before we started my plan, and maybe I'll reveal my plan a little bit later, but I think you need to find the food that you like, that you'll eat without all the additives, even the carnivore additives like cheese. Like, I can eat half a pound of chicken liver and be fine. And that's my dinner. And I love it. I know it sounds gross, But I think you got to find those, even those odd things that are like what we consider gross, even though it's not gross, it's delicious. We need to find those things and interject those things into our diet. Maybe not, Rick, eat all the beef you want, whatever. I'm not saying don't eat beef, but sometimes maybe something else might help a little bit more with your success. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you have any odd foods that you like to eat that you consider not, that are so far away from the standard American diet on the carnivore diet? Does that make sense?
No, not really odd foods. I eat a lot of regular I eat a lot of barbecue style cuts of meat, like
Oh, okay.
today I had London broil and I smoked it like a brisket.
Oh man.
But I have a lot of different bigger cuts of meat like brisket and stuff like that. But I put it on the smoker because even I've noticed, even though I love cooking inside with like cast iron and stuff, sometimes even if I eat that every day, it gets boring to me because
Sure.
I like the smoked flavor and all that stuff. So it's not necessarily what meat I'm eating, it's how I'm cooking it is what matters to me. Like
Okay.
if I'm putting it on the smoker outside, it don't matter if it's ribs, chicken, pork butt, brisket, I'm finna tear it up. But but if it's all cooked inside in the oven, it's just not the same to me.
Sure. And I don't even have an oven. So there you go. That's very common in Colombia, by the way, to not have an oven. But we're thinking about getting a smoker, like a little barbecue smoker, because we got to smoke.
That's a great investment. For any carnivore,
Yeah.
should have a smoker. If not, you're not really a carnivore.
I guess I'm not really a carnivore, but I do have a sous vide and I do have an Instapot. And you're going to hate the next thing I'm going to say. I make Instapot 35-minute brisket.
You can't even call that brisket. No.
No, you can't, can you?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I want to make sure we looked at some of these already. Hello, Carnivore Scott, if you're still here. Hello.
I actually got to meet Scott a while back. In April, I had a barbecue meet and greet.
Yeah, I
and
remember.
Scott actually came there, and he was awesome. I can't wait to hang out with Scott again.
Aw. I can't wait to meet Scott.
Yeah. And he
real
brought me.
life.
Hey, he might get mad about me saying this, but he brought me some ammo from a hunting rifle too. He's a good dude. It
Oh,
was a gift.
nice. I want to go hunting. That is Southern.
Oh, yeah. I live in Alabama, and don't y'all forget it.
Oh my goodness. Do you ever hunt and actually like hunt and then bring food back to eat?
Well, I've hunted and stuff before. I used to do a lot of hog hunting, not that much
wow.
deer hunting.
Okay.
But this year I'm actually joining the hunting club right down the road. And so I'm
Nice.
wanting to do a lot more hunting like that. But when I was younger, I used to hunt. I was wild back then, so I used to hunt like illegally off the back of a pickup truck.
Oh my goodness.
Like that, the old me, y'all don't even know the old me. I used to be crazy back when I was drinking and partying and stuff.
Yeah, drinking and partying will equal crazy. Doug says, I was struggling, went off track hard and gained 16 pounds. Back on 18 days now, lost 19 pounds, and I'm under 400 pounds for the first time in decades. 397. Doug from Oregon. That's awesome, Doug. Good job. Keep going.
I remember when Doug told me that I remember when he told me that he had gained the weight, and I was like, look, man, don't worry about it. Like, today's a new day. Just start right back over. And the thing is, when you're a big dude and you gain some of that weight by going off plan, if you bounce back, that weight will come back off. Like, and most of it's not even fat. A lot of it's like inflammation and water and all that different stuff. So yeah, he gained that weight, but it will come down. So just keep going, Doug. You got this, man.
Awesome. Yeah, exactly. But ladies, if you are like under 200 pounds and you put 16 pounds on, it's going to be a little bit harder to get off.
16 pounds is like my pinky finger.
I was going to say something worse. Hi, hello. Oh, they're talking to each other. Okay, let's see here. Heather, reset for tomorrow me. Day 1. Goal is no cheating 3 months. Giving carnivore a real chance. No flip-flopping. Great. Yep.
Keep me updated, Heather, on how it goes, because I know she's been commenting a lot recently. Keep me updated and hit that goal.
There you go. KL, that 6-pack was cold. All right. Carnivore Scott, will eating 60 plus grams of protein throw me out of ketosis? No idea. You're
Like,
asking the wrong
dude,
people.
Scott, look, when I said I was coming for Dr. Chafee, I wasn't talking about like that. Like, like I don't know all the doctor stuff, but Dr. Chafee could probably answer that one for you, or we could all Google it one day.
Yeah, we can all Google it. Or you can save that question for June. Look, I'm so old fashioned. Here's my calendar. I'm 40, guys. That's why I have a paper calendar.
Well,
I
I'm
can't
old
do
now. I'm old now too. I just turned 31, so like I'm like starting to fall apart.
starting to get yourself back together. If you save your question, Scott, for Dr. Chafee, 8 a.m. on Monday the 24th. He'll be live on my channel. There you go. Save
Yeah.
that question.
Come back and ask him, Scott.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube user. Hello, YouTube user. Been carnivore since February, lost 35 pounds. When you were throwing that medicine ball, I kept thinking that's all my weight. I was feeling like I wasn't making much progress till I saw you throwing that ball. Yeah, 35 pounds is huge.
Yeah, you can't tell it until like you don't tell that you're losing the weight while you're losing it. But then like sometimes I'll pick up like a bag of dog food and I'm like, I've lost way more weight than that. And it's crazy to think about that you used to tote that much extra weight.
Yeah, exactly. I've lost almost the amount that my daughter weighs.
That's insane. Like and she's like what, 6 or 7, you said?
She's 6. And she's like, anyone would be envious of her and her body because she's just extremely active and just looks like a little athlete at 6 years old. And that's just not fair. I'm trying to find a picture of me, an older picture of me, so you can see the difference of what like 30 pounds looks like. Because you don't know, you don't realize it. You have to also keep taking photos of yourself, like not to be like weird, but you can see the difference. If you go back to my earlier videos, you totally see the difference. Here's one. Where did I put it? I just opened it. Oh, okay, good. It's on my screen. I want you to pay attention.
I'm paying attention.
For some reason, I look very skinny in this other photo, but it's fair. I don't know why I look so skinny. And here we go. Here we go. Look at this, people. This is how big I was before.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, this is like 225 pounds, 220 pounds. And so I'm under 200 pounds. Look at the huge difference it makes. I look like a different human being. So 35 pounds is huge, especially if it's the weight of a bag of dog food.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like the percentage of the weight you have to lose. Because for like me, 35 pounds isn't a whole lot. But for your frame, your size, 35 pounds is tremendous.
It looks, like I said, I look like a different person, even though I could still honestly lose a lot more. And I'm going to figure that out. But I think like people come to the carnivore diet to lose weight, and then they don't realize all the other crazy, tremendous benefits that happen when they eat almost zero carbohydrates.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to, where were we? If you stand, this is for me. If you stand up and push your shoulders away from your belly and then push your head away from your shoulders, are you still 6'4"? Did I say I was 6'4"? I meant 5'4".
You stand up, push your shoulders away from your belly.
Yeah, maybe I'm 6 feet around. Kip, I have a Blackstone and I want a smoker. Can you teach me to smoke if I come and visit?
Absolutely, brother. I'll teach you everything that you need to know.
That's awesome. Darth Carnivore. My carnivore license was suspended until I got a smoker. Me too, apparently. Apparently I'm not carnivore anymore. Thanks, Kip.
Yeah, you can't be carnivore without having a smoker. I'm gonna just tell you, because everybody's talking about, oh, I got my Instapot and I got my air fryer. I'm like, come on, man. We are carnivores. Like, think about the name carnivore. Like, ain't no wolf in the woods out there using no Instapot. He's old school. You gotta, which I know I'm not gonna eat it raw. I'm not gonna go to that point. But the next thing closest to it is cooking with fire.
Yeah, that's true. My favorite restaurant in Colombia is this place called La Fogata, which means basically like the fire, whatever. And they have all this wood and they're smoking the meat, and it is delicious. It's so good. It's awesome. Kip, come and visit. Bring your kids, bring your wife. I'll bring you there. You'll love it.
It's actually an art. To get good at it is an art,
It is.
and like it, but it's so much fun, and it's rewarding. Like you get to enjoy the food, and then you get to see all your family and friends be like, "Oh my gosh, that's good." Like that. All that stuff is exciting and fun to me.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hold on, I need to tell my husband something. We need to get a smoker. Apparently, I'm no longer carnivore.
Yeah, I took your carnivore card.
He took my carnivore card until we get a smoker. uh, hello, Hawk Force. Everything piece of meat I eat goes into my frying pan. Oh, all right. Maybe we got to think of like superhero names if you're like a smoker carnivore or just a regular person that is not as good as Kipp at smoking. Bringing bullets is what you do when your guest is providing the meat. There you go. This is like
welcome to the country.
Welcome to the country. This is like old school bartering. All these rednecks here, and not one is cooking on the engine. Rick, nobody cooks on an engine but you.
Hey, and y'all should have seen Carnivore Scott at that barbecue meet and greet. That
man.
guy, he was tearing some food up, y'all. He was loving it.
Oh man, I would have also. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Deer or hog harvest or both? You're gonna? Oh yeah, what are you doing?
Either or. If I'm deer hunting and a hog comes out, it becomes a hog hunt.
Are these like hundreds of pounds? These hogs?
Yeah, some of them are, and they're a nuisance. They
Crazy.
cause problems. So like farmers can't stand them, and like you can like, even though you can't deer hunt year round, you can hog hunt year round because they cause so much problem and destruction and stuff. So like if you're out there deer hunting and a hog comes out, it turns into a deer hunt immediately. I mean, to a hog hunt immediately.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about that when I lived in Texas. Like you could just go hunt wild hogs and nobody cared. They wanted them dealt with. Been BBB and E for a year. No weight loss. No, or reverse type 2. Does that mean you haven't reversed your type 2 diabetes or you haven't lost weight? Can you please clarify? And maybe we can help you out. I would say add some organ meats. That's always my solution. Add some organ meats.
Yeah, I don't understand how somebody could stick with BBB and E for a whole year and not reverse diabetes. I'm only thing I'm thinking is that their score was initially super high,
right?
Or something like their A1C or something, and maybe it's coming down, but it's not all the way down. I don't know.
Yeah. Julie, do you want to give us a little more information, and then maybe we can hopefully send you in the right direction? Heather, I have 140 pounds to lose. You can do it.
Not for long.
Not for long. Oh, love that. Kipp is the best. So today I tried something new. I wore my 20-pound vest for a while. Darn, that seemed heavy, but we'll do more. All right, there you go. Good, do more.
So I guess that's like, what is that Dante from Ferrigno Freedom does? The rucking?
What's rucking? What's rucking?
I think they call that rucking, where you put like some weight on or something and you walk with it. But me, I don't have to do that because I already weigh so much that I'm like, I don't need no extra weight. Like, please, I'm walking around with 400 pounds. I don't need 10 more pounds.
Yeah, exactly. Kale, yeah. Every time I go off diet, I hold on so much water weight. Yeah, it happens. Like those carbohydrates suck in the water.
And you can lose it really quick. I went on a cruise and I stayed carnivore one time, but I went on one cruise where I stayed carnivore, but I went on another one where I didn't. But the one where I stayed carnivore, even from all the different stuff that they had, like the oils and everything, I was still inflamed and I gained 6 pounds, but then like 2 days later it was gone. And then the last cruise, I went way off plan, and I was off plan for like 3 weeks and gained like 50 pounds. But then I lost I gained like 50 pounds in 3 weeks. But then I went back on plan and lost like 20 something pounds in like a week and a half or 2 weeks, or 30 pounds or something like that. I have to go back and watch one of my recent videos where I was talking about it. But I lost a ton of that weight like as soon as I got back on plan.
Oh, nice. It must have been water.
Yeah, I mean, there
Heather.
was some fat in there because there was I ate a lot of donuts and stuff, but
Oh wow. But did you
but
like ruin your like vacation? Did you feel bad like physically while you were eating all that
well,
stuff?
I played mind games with myself before I went, and I was like, you know what, I might as well go ahead and get it out of my system before I go. That way, I can just have fun on the trip. So I ate terrible leading up to the vacation, through the vacation, and then after I got home. And on the cruise every night, I remember I would be laying in the bed at night, and I would be thinking, like the boat was rocking some, but I'd be sitting there rocking, and I'd be like, dude, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, because I felt miserable. I felt
Oh,
miserable, but I
right.
was like, every day I would get up and I would think of the worst thing possible and I would eat it every day. And that's because, like, honestly, I'm an addict. And that's what I'm working through now to like overcome those addictions long term,
Sure.
because I want to
Sure.
be healthy in the end.
Right. Absolutely. I understand. I wanted to tell Heather, there is a group on Facebook. It's not my Facebook group, but I'm in it, and I'm in it with Lindy and a bunch of other people, and it's called Meat Sisters. Find that on Facebook because that's a great group. Everyone's very nice. You know, sometimes there's Facebook groups or not so nice, but that's a good one. So you can get some support there, and all of us, you can find every day there's a person, a carnivore YouTuber doing a live stream, and that's a good place to like stay connected and be in touch.
That's cool. I never heard of that group. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's pretty new. Meat Sisters. Lindy, Limitless Lindy. You know Lindy, right?
oh yeah, I know her. I've
Yeah.
never got to talk to her, but I've seen a little
Oh,
bit of her videos and stuff like that, so I know exactly who she is.
she's awesome. She's so cool and super inspiring. She's lost 500 pounds. I did an interview with her. She's lost 500 pounds, more than 500. That's crazy.
That's crazy. She
That's
lost me.
crazy.
Like, that's what I weighed. I was 498 pounds at
Oh,
my
wow.
highest, and she
Oh,
lost
wow.
that.
She lost that. Yeah, exactly.
That's
This
insane.
is internal conversation. Today is 120 for me on carnivore, second time around, but keeping on plan now. Great.
That's awesome, Scott. I'm proud of you, brother.
What is this? Uh, I was diagnosed. I can't pronounce this, Scott. I was
C-
diagnosed with
cirrhosis.
cirrhosis. Is that like when you drink too much? Cirrhosis?
Yeah, I think Scott was saying in one of his last videos that he quit drinking like maybe a few months ago, and he's not drinking
Mm,
at all anymore.
okay.
And I think he might have some more testing and stuff like that to do. So I'm hoping everything goes good and carnivore helps him and all that stuff.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Liver, surface nodules, and fibrosis. Lucky me. Sorry, Scott. Yeah, I think that alcohol is probably the worst of the worst. And that's not to, it's just, like sugar, it's just another addiction we have to get over. But I think that does a lot of harm faster to the body. Um, so I'm glad you're done with that. I'm glad you're done with the drinking. Cordelia, Alia, great work. You did it and feel great. Yeah, thank you. Thank
Cordelia
you.
is like one of the sweetest
Oh,
people. Like every
yeah.
comment, every time
Oh,
she comments on my video, I get excited to read it because she's super nice.
and an awesome name. Thank you. That's so sweet. Oops, you said 5'4" typo. Yeah. Maybe I'm 5'5". Maybe I'm 5'5". Okay. Karen, I lost 35 pounds originally, but I'm installed for 2 years. I wish I knew what else I'm healing. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I think that, like, one is women, we put so much stress on ourselves, and I do it constantly to like lose more weight, lose more weight. But we have to realize, like, our bodies do so much more than men's bodies. No offense. Like, we have to, like, we create human bodies in our bodies. We
Hmm.
feed babies with our bodies, and it does. If we haven't been eating correctly, it wreaks a lot of havoc because your body is going to give all of your nutrients to those babies when you're
Yep.
building them and when you're feeding them. And I understand Karen had her babies a while ago, but I'm just saying, like, women's bodies change so much differently, and we do so much more with our
Hmm.
bodies than men do. And I think it just, in the end, it kind of messes with it. So we got to, like, not be so rough on ourselves if you're not losing the weight you want in the way you want. And that's my I hope makes a few better advice. But also, I'm going to be doing an egg fast very soon, and maybe I might do the sardine fast again. Maybe try that. Maybe that'll help push through push through the next thing.
And when I think about something like what Karen's comment,
Yeah.
I think to myself, like, times that I've been in a stall, and I've never been in a stall for 2 years, so I can't speak to that, but I know from the times that I've been in a stall, I can say that I would rather be in a stall than be gaining weight. I would rather be stuck in a stall
Right.
than the scale going in the wrong direction,
Right.
because eventually you can work through that stall. You might have to try different things, or you might
Mhm.
just have to keep doing what you're doing and be patient, or
Mhm.
try different things. But at least you're not, gaining tons and tons of weight right now.
True. And remember how much better you feel. Because maybe it's like a little discouraging that you're not losing weight, but you got to remember how bad you felt before. How physically terrible or mentally terrible you felt, and now you feel better, and that's way better, I think, than just losing weight. KL, I have an offset smoker. I use it all the time.
See, now that's a real man right there. Like, he's got him an offset smoker. That's like true blue barbecue right there, when you have to feed the fire with logs the
Oh,
whole
wow.
time.
Is that what that
Yeah,
is?
that's what an offset is. I have one, and you have to constantly add more wood the whole time. But the
Oh,
thing is, it adds the best flavor in
mm.
barbecue when you cook that
Oh,
way. But I
man.
have other smokers too, and they work great, but nothing beats an offset.
But he has that in Chicago. Like, where do you live? What neighborhood are you in? That's crazy to have that in Chicago. Okay. Instapot is good for bone broth, and oxtails fire. I'm gonna have to try the oxtails thing in the Instapot.
Hey, oxtails is good. I used to, before I was carnivore, I used to make some homemade, like, collard greens, and I'd
Yeah.
put like oxtail in it, and
Mm.
like all kind of stuff, like cornbread and sugar, and just, it was terrible for you, but dude, you slap your mama. That's that stuff was so good with them oxtails in it.
Slap your mama. That's that. Okay, what does that actually mean?
It's so good, you would slap your mama.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, come on, Kip. Just let me be a sissy carnivore with my kitchen gadgets. There you go. There you go. Kitchen gadgets all the way. Hey, Kip from Alabama. Another Alabama.
Yep.
My Instant Pot is getting much use. I guess much more use for sous vide, yogurt, pressure cooking, chuck roast. There you go.
That's awesome.
Does a pellet smoker count? What's a pellet smoker?
A pellet smoker is what I would recommend most people get if they don't have time to use like an offset, and they don't have time to
Yeah.
maintain it, or they're busy. They're like, right now I have a pellet smoker also. I just got one, which I had one in the past years ago, but I got another one, and it works great. It's not quite the same as an offset when it comes to flavor, but most people, if you're super super busy and you don't want to have to work hard for it, a pellet smoker would be your best bet.
Oh, nice. All right. So, yes, you're still a carnivore.
Yeah.
Carnivore based on kitchen gadgets only, not what you actually eat. Us tall guys are big eaters. True. True. Uh, there you Rick, I have cooked on an engine when deployed. Oh, wow. The new Hummers don't have much flat area to cook on, but the exhaust works. Oh, wow. I learned to cook on the van engine. It's accessible from inside. Oh my gosh. I'm literally never going to cook on a car engine.
That's some serious boy talk right there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm skipping this. Okay. I wear a 20-pound vest on my walks now. Been using it for 2 weeks. Awesome.
That's
That's really
awesome,
nice.
KL.
Yeah, rucking is backpacking. Okay. Makes sense.
So you could just take a backpack and put a bunch of bricks in it, and then just go for a walk, and then that would work.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Kip, how can you settle for nasty duck food when you have tasty meat available?
I know, man. I should have been thinking about Rick whenever I pulled up at Popeyes that time and was getting ready to eat off plan. I should have been thinking about Rick, because Rick, he never goes off plan, and he gets me whenever I've been off plan. So
Sure. He eats his own plantains. So there you go. Hi, Diane. How do you get your vitamins just eating meat? That's a very good question. So basically, if you're worried about that, liver is a superfood and organ meats are superfoods, and you can get all of your vitamins and minerals between organ meats and regular meats, regular meat, muscle meat. Um, you can just Google liver. It's literally a superfood. You also get various vitamins necessary for the human body outside of eggs, inside of it from eggs. I will say one more thing that usually carnivore type people eating meat need to supplement sometimes with electrolytes. And that would
And
be,
that's usually because, like Dr. Ken Berry has talked about before, like there's not as much electrolytes. We don't get them as much naturally as we did years ago.
mhm,
Everything's depleted more now than it was years ago. And people years ago, they were drinking water straight out of the creeks and all that stuff. And like now we're drinking bottled water and water that come from like the city and different stuff like that. We're not
oh
getting all
yeah,
the electrolytes that we used to.
exactly.
So I got a question for you. If you were
Me,
trapped on an island, if you were
yeah,
trapped on an island, what would and you could only have one food with you from then on. You had water, but you could only have one
yeah.
food with you from then on. What would it be?
I think fish. I'd be
I,
catching fish.
no, like if it was an endless
Oh,
supply, it was just
oh,
handed to you every day. It was just handed to you every day.
steak, ribeyes,
That's
chuck roast.
exactly what I would pick. Like, because there's so much more nutrition, and that's why I was thinking about that the other person's comment. There's so much more nutrition packed into a ribeye and
Yeah,
so many more different vitamins and stuff like that than there is in tons of veggies. You can look
sure,
up the vitamins and minerals in a ribeye versus like kale or something, and a ribeye's got more nutrition. And
sure.
it blows people's mind, but it actually does.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you do the research on it.
Yep.
Um, Scott says fatty liver is the number one cause of, I can't say this, cirrhosis. Okay.
Cirrhosis.
It even happens to children. Terrible. It's terrible. That's why we got to like teach people how to feed their kids now. Now we gotta do this now so they don't have that. You can also get cirrhosis from infection like hepatitis. Oh wow.
See,
Uh,
now I'm thinking about like, what if I was stuck on that island and I had,
sorry.
and all I had was like some kale, or all I had was like some Brussels sprouts or something. Like, I don't think I would survive that long. Versus if I had an endless supply of beef. That
Yeah,
is the
you
difference.
survive a lot better. Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
difference to me. Like, it would be miserable if I was out there with like, and I'm not saying that it's the end of the world if somebody has asparagus or something like that, but
Right.
could you imagine being stuck out there with just asparagus as your food? That would not be fun.
No, no, would it be fun? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Here's a question. What does your daughter like any specific carnivore foods? Does she ask for anything? I know she's really young.
Everything I smoke.
Oh, okay,
Like,
perfect.
she comes to, like, when I fire up the smoker, when it comes inside, she says, "Eat, daddy, eat, daddy," and
Aw,
she's ready. She loves, like, if I cook steaks on the grill or ribs on the smoker or anything, she's all about it.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So my kids are not carnivore, but like my son, he loves these meatballs, but he likes it with like onion. He specifically asked me to put onion in it. So like onion, some spices, and recently he hasn't even wanted tomato sauce. So it's like, I, it's just good. I like that he likes. They don't eat perfect. They don't eat, but they know what's
My
healthy.
daughter doesn't either, and I have to
Yeah,
tell my subscribers that all the time because my wife,
yeah,
she's not carnivore,
right.
and my kids are I only have one kid, but she's not carnivore. She's in between me and the way my wife eats because my wife eats one way, I eat this way, so we
Sure,
kind of find like something in the middle.
sure. And I mean, in our house, we don't have a lot of junk food. Like I was telling you about my popcorn, but we don't have a lot of junk food, but we live on a property with other people that are family members, and each of us has our own house, and each of the houses has their own way of eating. So if they want rice, they're going to find it somewhere.
They know where to go.
They know where to go. They want some toast, they know where to go because they're not finding it here. But I also don't want to, I want them to know, and we're educating them how to eat healthily, but we also want them to make their own decisions, but they're not unhealthy. Like my kids are not obese. I was a very fat kid. Um, and I loved hot dogs and French fries in Chicago and
Me too.
Domino's pizza, But my kids are not that, so I'm not so worried about how they eat. I always bring this up, so I'm going to bring up a story. We went home in October, and my son, he's 7. He's like, Mom, I've never eaten McDonald's before. True story. Maybe one time in his whole life had he eaten at McDonald's by the age of 7. So I'm like, okay, we can go to McDonald's. We ended up going to McDonald's, all these other places, restaurant, McDonald's, Happy Meal after Happy Meal. He was fat in 2 weeks. My skinny son was fat in 2 weeks. Not obese, but he was definitely like, his face was like chubby. And I'm like, oh, he's kind of cute, but no, he needs to lose this weight. Because I can't believe me going so badly off myself as the parent and allowing him to eat whatever he wanted did that to him in 2 weeks. It's crazy. But here he can eat rice every day. He eats better here every day, but he doesn't look like that. So it just says something. Dante did a video. I didn't watch it yet, but the title rings true, like the unholy trinity, the carbs, sugar, and the seed oils.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. Anyways, I always bring that up because it's just crazy how fast the human body will change if you just eat junk, like fast food.
I'm proud of the fact that with my daughter, okay, because I think of the way I ate as a kid versus the way she eats, and she eats 10 times better than I did. Awesome. And I think, and like even drinks, like I drank out of a baby bottle when I was a kid. I drink sweet tea, and I drink sodas all my life and sweet tea all my life.
Oh,
and I didn't I didn't even know what water was.
Right.
And because I never drank it. And but my daughter, she's the exact opposite. She drinks water. And her version of soda is like sparkling water. She loves my bubblies and stuff like that.
Nice.
I can count on one hand probably the times that she's had soda or sweet tea in her whole life.
That's
because
great.
we just don't give it to her. I've let her taste sweet tea before one time when I was off playing, but I mean, it's not like a thing that is in our house or that she ever drinks.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. And I think that we have learned this at this point in our lives, that we have young children, we can educate them better on how to eat. I remember I was thinking about this before we started. Like my dad, he's so cute. So we used to have like wheat bread. I forgot the brand, but it was a very like common brand of wheat bread. And he would cook ground beef with tomato sauce, and he would put like cans of vegetables in it because he felt bad. Like we never ate vegetables. So he was trying to like hide the vegetables in the ground beef with the tomato sauce. And then we would like eat that on a piece of bread. Like that was like some healthy thing. We could have just eaten the meat. But that's like the education, that they had. Like you have to get your kids vegetables. You're doing some harm to them if you're not. My daughter eats salad. Like if they want to eat vegetables, they can. I'm not saying they can't. But it's just funny.
I don't think that now some veggies, some things are, but I don't think that every vegetable in the world is just the worst thing in the world. Like some people think. Like I think that sugar and carbs and seed oils is far more of a problem than Brussels sprouts. That's just my opinion. Like there's tons of people that eat Brussels sprouts on keto and asparagus and different like mushrooms and things like that, and they do wonderful. There's tons of people that do wonderful doing that.
Sure, and I'm totally for like Dr. Eric Westman's keto version of the diet that he promotes on his channel, where you can have some vegetables, and he says like therapeutic keto is like 20 grams of total carbohydrates or less a day, and you're going to get that from your vegetables. So I just know that I don't do good with vegetables, so I don't eat them. Oh, and
I found that I do okay with is mushrooms. Okay. If I have mushrooms, that doesn't really affect me. And then if I have pickles, like if I have pickles, they don't bother me.
Pickles don't bother me either, and I wonder if it's because they're fermented. I love pickles. But pickles
I don't know.
Apparently are a fruit. Apparently, if you Google pickle, it's a fruit because the seeds are on the inside.
Well, I mean, like a while back, I was out with my daughter and we were picking blackberries, and you can't tell me that our ancestors didn't pick blackberries.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
Like and like different little stuff like that when it was growing about. You can't tell me they were like, nope, that's not on my carnivore plan. I can't have that. Like, come on, be realistic, people.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We're gonna go through the rest of the comments soon. There's like real life, and then there's internet carnivore or internet dieting.
Yeah.
But there's like real life. And so let's just keep it real, people. um, Heather says you can get non-alcoholic fatty liver disease from a poor diet. Okay, it is crazy how closely related alcoholism and sugar addiction is. I think there's a correlation. Just my personal thoughts. Sure. I mean, I don't know if all alcoholics are also addicted to sugar. I mean, yes, they are, but just in a different form.
Yeah.
For sure.
But if I was diagnosed with fatty liver and I
Yeah.
drink alcohol, even if it wasn't the alcohol, I would not drink alcohol anymore because
Yeah.
that makes it even worse.
Sure.
So I would just cut the alcohol out completely and then focus on my diet and all that stuff as well. Because if you focus on your diet but you still drink alcohol and you got fatty liver, to me that's kind of stupid.
Yeah. Sure. Hi, Adam. So happy you're here. If you're still here, we finally got to your comment. Thank you for being here. Miss you. We will talk soon. Okay.
Adam is the man.
He is the man. He's so busy. He's doing so much good work on the Healing Humanity documentary.
He's actually helped me before too. Like I didn't know how to do something on my computer to do a video, and he's just like, "Do this, man." And I was like, "You mean I can just do that?"
He's so good. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's smart.
Vicky, I'm doing egg fast now. Works well for me. Great. That's awesome. The Turners on the Road. By the way, most y'all are watching on Kipp's channel, so please come and subscribe to mine.
Yeah, y'all leave my channel and go watch hers.
Heather, I have psoriasis, type 2 diabetes, and blood pressure is beginning to be steadily high. I have many reasons to go carnivore. Yes, true. I stick with it. It's going to help with all of those.
She's the perfect candidate. If Dr. Berry was here, he would say you are the perfect candidate.
You're the perfect candidate. I would say I have like eczema on my hand, and it's in remission when I eat very cleanly, and I generally cause it. It will get very inflamed if I go off and eat seed oils and sugars. I also had another skin condition totally clear up within 3 months of doing the carnivore diet. So there you go. I'm just saying the eczema on my hand, you can't really see it, but I have to learn to do my dishes with gloves on, and then it'll probably go away completely. Slap your mama.
Slap your mama.
It says, yes, it does. I actually moved to Lansing, Illinois 12 years ago. It's 10 minutes south of Chicago. Okay. All right, cool.
One of our truckers here.
Thank God. Where have you been, trucker?
I know. He's been hiding out.
Complaining. I was actually just complaining. I'm like, where is the trucker? Or where is what is Sean Palladino is his new name? Because I accidentally called him that once. Sean Palladino. Okay, so now I'm lost. Eggs, psoriasis. Let's see. Here we go. Cranky carnivore cutler bone broth. I have lots of chickens that I made and got enough beef bones and tendons to make beef bone broth. Nice. That sounds great.
That's awesome.
KL, pellet smoker is the microchip of smokers. I'm going to Google this afterwards. Anna, I was invited to go out to eat dinner after church with friends who bought the meal. I went, but I regret because my body feels yucky the next day. Went straight back to carnivore. Yeah, it happens.
I will say this, and this will be my last comment on smokers, because I could talk about smokers all day. But if you have a pellet smoker, that's fine, because I have one as well. But I will say this. If you learn to cook on a pellet smoker and you wow all your friends and people ask you, do you know how to smoke meat? You cannot tell them yes, because the pellet smoker is doing all the work for you. Like, you're not learning the whole process of maintaining a fire and using your charcoal grill if you have that and learning how to manage temperatures. You're just taking a piece of meat, hitting the on button, set the meat on there, and ta-da, it's done. So you're really not a pit master. You're just somebody that hit the button and there's your pork butt.
There you go. I'm doing that. I'm all about that. That sounds amazing. So Anna says, I'm trying to figure out a way to lose weight yet still enjoy socializing. I would say go to restaurants that serve meat. There you go. Go to restaurants that serve meat. You don't have to eat. It just depends where you're really at and how much you want to heal your body because I love socializing too. I love it.
I went to Golden Corral one time,
Oh
and
man.
I like and I went in the evening time because in my area they serve steak in the evening. It's not the best steak; it's like sirloin. But
Yeah.
dude, I tore up some sirloin at that place. They didn't make no money on me that night.
Yeah, I think if you go to these places, there's even like a place that where my uncle lives is an all you can eat Chinese restaurant. I think they do use seed oils, but they have a whole like Mongolian whatever grill sort of section. You could just eat
Mhm.
meat. And at that place, they also have oysters. First time I ever tried a raw oyster was at the Chinese place. So even at a Chinese buffet, if it's like at least a nice class one, you can eat raw meat. There's plenty of places, not raw meat.
Yeah,
You can eat
I
meat.
go and get seafood all the time, or not all the time, but every now and then I'll go get like grilled oysters, and I love to get like blackened flounder and
Mm,
different fish. Get it blackened or grilled or something like that. There's options out there. The Brazilian steakhouses, if you live near a city that has one, you can go to Brazilian steakhouse and throw down.
there you go. Uh, Here, Diane, would carnivore help asthma and breathing problems?
I don't want. I'm not a doctor, but I
Sure.
don't know. It might. Um, it might. I feel bad answering that question because I don't know the
Sure.
answer. Do you?
I don't know that answer, but I will say again, I'm doing a live stream with Dr. Chafee on the 24th. And any of your doctor questions, come and ask him. 24th, 8 a.m. Central, because it's like 9 o'clock his time, 9 p.m. his time. So 24th of June, bring your doctor questions. Thanks, Rick. Shrimp is on sale again, $3 a pound. The cranky carnivore cutler, he grew up on hose water. That's nice. Here you go. And Kip, since it's summertime, do you eat creamy whipped cream for substitute for ice cream?
I don't really. I mean, if you're wanting to like blend up heavy cream, you could do that if you're allowing cream in your diet, if that's what you're talking about. But I really don't do it. My dairy that my guilty pleasure is sometimes I have too much cheese, but I don't never like how people do like cream in their coffee and all that
Mhm.
stuff. I don't really. I just don't mess with that.
Sure. Cream doesn't make me feel good. So, no, because I've definitely done that, what she's saying multiple times. And I feel that I don't feel good afterwards. So, doesn't mean I don't do it, but, or haven't done it, but afterwards I don't feel good. Uh, let's see. Here's another question. Do you guys use olive oil for frying like pork rinds, fish, or chicken nuggets? For my cooking, I don't generally, I try not to use olive oil. Uh, Lard?
I don't use it either. If I was gonna use an oil that wasn't a meat product, I think the one that I would use is avocado oil. Like
Okay.
because it's technically not a seed oil because avocado's like it's explained different somehow, but it's not a seed oil. But like a lot of the other like really terrible ones. But honestly, why don't you just get like some tallow? Because
Yeah.
I use like beef tallow all the time, or you could get lard. Like
Hmm.
lard is basically pork fat. You could
Yeah.
use all those different meat options. But if I was going to use something that wasn't meat option, I think the best one would probably be avocado oil instead of olive oil.
Sure. Yeah, and I'm also trying to think like chicken nuggets. I think if you do some of those things in the air fryer, I don't know about making pork rinds in the air fryer, but you can do chicken nuggets and stuff like that in the air fryer. We make Kentucky Fried Chicken that's just chicken with salt, and then we've made that in the air fryer. We call it KFC for my kids who love KFC without the breading. Michelle, hello.
Hey, Michelle.
Let's see here. Okay, KL, eating Domino's in Chicago is blasphemy. I know. Okay, so
I
growing
was
up,
thinking that, but I
I
wasn't going to
know.
say nothing.
Oh, you could. You need to eat at way better pizza places. But my dad, every Friday night when before I was like 10 years old, it was like in my house, it was, we ordered Domino's every Friday. It was like a family tradition every Friday.
In Chicago?
Yeah, I know. Maybe they didn't
Oh.
have better pizza places 30 years ago. Okay. The only veggie I like is sauerkraut. Don't ask me, Rick, what happened last time I ate sauerkraut. It just kept me on the toilet for 3 days straight.
That sauerkraut is the one I hate the most.
Really?
The only thing I hate worse probably than sauerkraut is what is it called? Celery. I hate celery.
Oh my God, celery's gross.
People
Okay.
used to take it and dip it in peanut butter and eat it. Nah,
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Or cream cheese.
I'm not doing it.
You
I
never
hate it.
ate you never ate ants on the log? It's like peanut butter on it with little raisins or cream cheese on it with little raisins is again an attempt to make kids eat healthy foods.
Yeah, I'm not, dude. I can't stand the taste of that.
When Noah left the ark, God said to eat the plants and the animals also. The Turners on the road.
I'm
Does that
not
mean? Oh
anti
yeah,
plant, but like while I'm trying to lose the weight that I'm trying to lose, I know that no carbs is better than low carbs.
sure,
And meat doesn't have any carbs. Like
sure,
most meat, unless you get something like processed, it might have a little bit of carbs, but like you're not going to get carbs from a ribeye or something like that. So that's why for me, the lowest amount of carbs possible that I can be is going to help me the most. But if
sure,
somebody has a few veggies here and there, whatever, there's a thing called ketovore, and a lot of people
sure.
know about it. There's a
And there's
thing
things,
called keto,
right?
and we're not anti that, or I'm not anti that, and
No,
even Dr. Barry's not anti that. And so, if that's the route you want to go, that's fine. But I know for me to lose my weight, I think carnivore is a better option right now.
sure. And I have a hard time with some vegetables. I made some guacamole a couple weeks ago because I was making lime and avocado with salt, and then I tried a version with cilantro, and I swear the whole day my husband and I were farting up a storm just by adding the cilantro.
When I was on that cruise, let me tell you, those rooms you stay in are
Yeah.
small.
Oh no, I'm
Dude,
so
I
sorry
was
for your
shaking the walls. Like, because I
wife.
was eating junk food the whole time, and my wife will tell you, like, it was bad.
It was
Like,
bad.
I've never farted so much in my life, and it was from all the different stuff I was eating, but it's crazy. As soon as I got back on plan 2 days later, no farts.
Yeah,
Like,
totally,
it just went off.
absolutely.
I mean, now, like, I might fart, like, occasionally, like, once every 4 days or something, but then it was like it was like I was playing an instrument.
You could ask my husband who's sitting right here. I used to just wake up in the morning and it was just like that was the first thing I did. I won't make the sounds. It was just this was before carnivore. I used to eat a lot of salads, by the way, thinking that it was like the best thing for me. But during that time, I was also having a lot of gut issues and like irritable bowel stuff. And so if I could eat vegetables, I totally would. And I see that not eating them has been one of the best things I've ever done for myself. Crazy enough. Uh, Jason, I do the Saladino animal-based program myself. It's one of the best decisions I ever made. Good to see you, Kip. Great.
Yeah. I see that there's a lot of people that do the Saladino way, like if they're already healthy and they're already like they're in great shape already and they exercise a lot and they run a lot. Like I think Lily Kane, I think she does some like adds some honey and adds some stuff, but she's a very active person and she doesn't
Right.
have a ton of weight to lose. But if you're talking to the most people that
Yeah.
are like a lot, I would say more people that are doing this are trying to lose weight or have some serious issues that they're trying to work through. Most of those people don't do as well with the honey and all the different fruits and all that stuff, because a lot of times it makes them crave other things,
Right.
or it's very easy to eat too much of that thing.
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that you can't do that, but you better be working out a lot and you better be small and all that stuff if you're going to go that route.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't do that. I can't do it. It'll just put on all my cravings. It'll,
I mean, like even what's his name, Paul Saladino, that does it. Like I mean, that's awesome that he can do that. But like he's even talked about how he surfs for hours every day, and
yeah,
he does all these different stuff. Like he's super active. Like,
right.
and most people are not that active. A lot of people have a desk job and stuff like that, and they're not constantly moving like he is.
Sure.
So it doesn't work for a lot of people.
Right. If anything, my kids are more on something similar to that than I am. Something similar to that sort of way of eating. Cranky carnivore cutler. I do fine with boiled cabbage, sauerkraut, kimchi, and mushrooms, and fermented, not just pickled cucumbers. There you go. All of that except the boiled cabbage is fermented.
I love
Let's
boiled
see.
cabbage with some butter in it. You could take boiled cabbage and put some butter in it and some bacon and some salt. And if you do some pepper, dude, that's good eating right there.
Hmm.
I'm from the South and we eat stuff like that with like bacon. We put bacon
Oh
in
man,
everything.
sure, you have to. I try small amounts of things I've spent experimentally a few times per month. Some things, candle for one, are disastrous for me. There you go. Yeah, experiments. You got to see what works for you. You got to see what works for you. The Turners on the road and subscribed. I think I must have missed the first part of that post, but thank you for subscribing.
Appreciate it. I hope everybody's subscribed.
Yeah, everybody subscribe. Okay. Streaming on both channels now. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I love that.
That's sweet when somebody goes out of their way to do that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Olbury. I can't pronounce this. I'm just gonna say Olbury. So
Olbre
true.
de Folio.
Oh, I'm sure that's not how you pronounce that.
Or Julio, or whoever.
So true, Kip, about the blackberries. No way ancestors didn't pick and gather and hunt them as well. Me and my sister, there was like is it a mulberry tree? It's a mulberry tree, right? We used to hop on a dumpster as a kid to go collect those mulberries. So it was like above some dumpster in a random alley in Chicago. Cynthia says hello from Florida. Hello. And Rick says he's on all channels and we love him for it. Thank you. The Golden Corral fears me.
I think Rick has like 12 computers and he's like in everybody's live stream and he's just typing away.
He's always here and I love that. Like, so appreciated. All right. Scott says, gotta run, take care. Peace, prayers, and blessings for y'all. Thanks, Scott. I have heard of asthma and breathing problem, need for CPAP being healed by a proper human diet. Great. And the trucker who's at work, he says, I make whipped cream and throw in some berries and a bit of honey. Wild man, you.
Oh,
Put it on the
Saladino.
wild side. Sean Palladino Jr. Olive oil has a smoke point too low for most frying. Avocado or coconut are all better. Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Olive oil is not even good for like cooking in a skillet and stuff like that. It's actually designed for like putting over top of like a salad or something like that. It's not really made for cooking with.
Right. Bama J. Hey guys, RTR. What's RTR?
Roll Tide Roll, baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I really wish I was from the South. All I know is, hey y'all.
In case anybody don't know, I'm a huge Alabama fan. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Yeah, do not under any circumstance use canola, cottonseed, grapeseed, rice bran. Oh wow, I didn't realize that was a thing. Safflower, soy, or sunflower, they are toxic. Exactly.
I agree. Even though sometimes whenever I go out to eat, there's a little bit of some of that stuff in there. And I mean, I do fine with it, but like it's not good. It really is not good for you. I should cook every single meal at home, but I live in a real world and sometimes things come up.
I know you can go to Wendy's though. Do you have Wendy's? I know it sounds stupid. Do you have Wendy's in Alabama? You can get.
We have them in Alabama, but my town's too small.
Oh, what do you got there? What do you got in your town?
We got Hardee's and McDonald's
but you can
Taco Bell.
I've seen Canberry order McDonald's burger patties. Just you have to ask for like 7 of them, and then they have to make them fresh for you. Apparently, it's real meat. Apparently.
Oh yeah, I think it is. I think the hamburger patties are.
Yeah. Oh, this is a very good point. The Turners on the road. The plants God made are not the same as the one man has modified. Yes. And I'm curious if that really has something to do with why we're having so many issues these days, as well as the glyphosate and other chemicals put on our vegetables. So there we go. Even carnivores fart. I love some of these comments that are like 10 minutes later. I'm like reading them and then it's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I think I asked Carrie one day in like a YouTube short or
I
something
did.
about carnivore Spartan.
I did. I was at his house. I said,
That was pretty funny.
and then his wife is in the background. You still fart.
Occasionally it happens.
Occasionally. Anna says she made breaded fish with pork rinds, breaded part in oil in the air fryer. My opinion, fried is better in oil. Sure. Yeah, I understand. I missed the earlier comments that's referring to. Okay. Since eating carnivore, I have no IBS and my farts aren't bad anymore. Just saying. Okay, everybody, let us know in the chat if you're still farting.
Now you can come hang around us because if you still fart, you have to stay away.
If you still fart and if you don't have a smoker, you lose your carnivore card.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, here we go. I agree. Same no carbs is what I do with fasting water, and I'm currently on a 5-day fast. And I've been doing this since May 2024. I started at 324 pounds. I'm currently down to 292. Wow, Ray, that's great. Good job.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Hello, Papa Carnivore.
Papa Carnivore in the house.
Papa Carnivore. I lost the earlier message that this is for. I'm sorry. So there you go. I see a few people went from Carrie's live to Alia's. Love it. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm sure you're here too. Thank you so much. I love everybody that comes and hangs out with us. Even though we've been at this for an hour and 10 minutes, so we should I want to be considerate of your time here. It's already 8:41. Wow.
And considerate of yours because we both have youngins.
Yeah, are mine sleeping? Mine might be sleeping.
Mine just got home. I just heard them open the front door.
Oh wow. What time is it there? Are you at 9:41?
It's 8:41. They went to, she knew I was doing the live stream tonight, so she said, I want to go hang out with my mom, and so they went and hung out and had supper over there.
Okay. Makes sense. Let's see. Who loves Leonard? Okay, you pronounce this. I can't read
Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner, top of my list.
I grew up listening to Leonard Skinner.
I didn't, and I probably should have. I'm gonna start listening to some of that right after this. I feel bad.
Leonard Skinner's got some music, buddy.
I agree with Alia. The soil is totally depleted of minerals and not the way God made it, not to mention the pesticides, herbicides, and bioengineering. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not natural. Our food is not natural. And luckily we have cows that can still give us, they can like deal with all those chemicals when we can't. Yep. KL carnivore tip. If you have Chipotle near you, you can buy sides of meats and have them as a meal. 15, you can get 1.5 pounds of steak. Oh, wow. That's nice. That's
there's a one about 45 minutes away. I live in a small town, but every now and then there have been times where I've been in like I call it the big city, which is not very big, but to me it is.
Wait, which city?
I go there,
Which city?
It's called Daphne, Alabama, or Mobile, Alabama. When I go to those cities, like I'll sometimes get Chipotle or something like that. But like in my town, we don't have stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. Let's see here. Papa Carnivore. By the way, I'm subscribed to your channel, Papa Carnivore. 496 days in a carnivore and have lost 93 pounds, reverse type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, IBS, acid reflux, sleep apnea, fatigue, arthritis, depression, anxiety, and more. That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I need to say something really quick. So Carrie and I, hopefully in the next month or so with Adam, we're going to do a live stream on the topic of diabetes. And I need to find people that have reversed their type 2 diabetes. So if you could send me an email such as Papa Carnivore or anybody else, Alia Jasmine, AliaJasmine, happyandhealthy@gmail.com or happyhealthy@gmail.com. Please send me an email. It's also under my about because I need to find people who are going to be on that live stream for us. Thank you. There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah. And by the way, Saturday's my how come I can't like read anymore? It's too late. That's my limit. 62nd birthday. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Let's see. I'm just gonna go through. I'm not gonna catch everybody else's comments. I'm just seeing if we have any other things I need to. I'm gonna do a few more comments here, and then we're gonna wrap up. Would be further along, but the car accident. I was back in November 2023. I've only been able to relearn how to walk for 3 months ish. Oh wow, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Glad you're still with us.
Yeah, thank you for making that happen.
Wow.
Carnivore has completely changed my life. I'm down 207 pounds from 207 from 300, which is the same weight I was when I was 21. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's so
awesome.
cool.
Congrats.
Yeah. KL. I'm down 261, 215, started January 2nd. Yay. What do we say? Hurrah. Isn't that huzzah? Huzzah.
That's awesome, buddy. Keep it up.
That's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to do a shameless plug right now, if that's okay. Is that
Go
okay?
for it.
All right. Let me see if I can do this. Since y'all are watching from Kipp's channel, here's my channel. Come and subscribe.
Yeah, y'all go subscribe to her channel if y'all are watching on my channel. I've been friends with her since the beginning. Like, I remember early on it was me and you and like Shauna, Carnivore Trucker, and a couple other people that were like started around the same time. And so y'all definitely go support her as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And after a year, look, I finally came up with a banner. It used to just be the sky. Subscribe for his
awesome. I need to work on mine.
There you go. Let's see.
And I appreciate all of y'all being here tonight. It was great chatting with everybody. It was a fun live stream.
It was. I was surprised. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already over an hour. That's so crazy for me. Thank you so much. You're awesome too. Everybody's spreading the message. Everybody's got a story.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. All right. Well, more people are coming in, but we got to bid you adieu. We got to say hasta luego.
Yep. Maybe they can catch us next time or watch the replay.
Yeah, watch the replay. All right. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Take care, y'all.
Take care.